goes. So welcome everyone to the Quarterly Impact Call for the first quarter of 2016. This quarter we are going to look at closing feedback loops in service delivery in Pakistan and have a conversation with Kasaur and the Sustainable Social Development Organization partner that we're working with there through our accountability incubator to close the feedback loop on education in particular, but also healthcare in Rawalpindi, which is just outside Islamabad in Punjab. So Kasaur, do you want to begin by just telling us a bit about everything from the beginning in terms of the program that you've been running with the ambassadors, what you've been doing and what the impact has been?
Okay, hello everyone, this is Kasaur. I'm heading a youth-led organization, Sustainable Social Development Organization in Pakistan. Basically, the purpose is to, engage the young leaders in to improve the governance system of Pakistan, which is, and to enhance the citizen voice in the decision-making process in Pakistan. So what we did during the last 4 to 5 months is that we basically identified from some youth ambassadors from the different universities of Rawalpindi and Islamabad, and after that we conducted a survey of specifically on the education and health sector of Rawalpindi. And unfortunately, Pakistan doesn't have the elected local government system from last, you can say, it's almost a decade, due to which we are unable to, resolve the issues of the people, of the public regarding their service delivery at their doorsteps. So we hired the youth ambassadors, and then we conducted the survey of the public schools in Rawalpindi, and after that we identified some issues that were closely related to the social accountability. Like there was a college, there were 2 colleges in Rawalpindi. There's a place named Saida, and in those colleges they had those colleges were basically inaugurated or started by the previous government in 2007 during the Musharraf's regime, and they spent around 42 million rupees on those colleges. And after the completion of that government, when the government of the next party came, that government, they basically stopped the funds for those colleges, and it could not be continued and could not be completed, and the classes in the colleges could not be commenced. We did some research on those, and after that we came to know that these colleges were unfunded in 2008. Now it has been in 2007, and it's been like 9 or 10 years ago. And the public exchequer has already spent like around 42 billion rupees on those colleges, but they were not started for the students in Saida. And when we conducted the survey, that colleges that which was supposed to be a place where the students could get the higher education, that became a hub of the drug addicted people, and we got some proof and we made some videos as well. Then by using right to information laws, which is a very strong tool for social accountability in Pakistan, that has recently been introduced by the government of Punjab and government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And by using right to information laws, we got some information that what's the reason behind these colleges to delay, and we highlighted the issue to all the relevant platforms, starting from the local residents to district government to divisional government to provincial government, and even those it was highly covered by all the local media in English and in both English and Urdu newspapers of Pakistan, national and local media of Pakistan. And after that, it was also highlighted by some parliamentarians in the Provincial Assembly of Punjab. So finally, to cut it short, we have got the approval of funds for those colleges, and the credit goes to our youth ambassadors. This is basically a huge success story because those colleges were not completed by the relevant stakeholders or relevant departments in the last 10 years, and due to our intervention, those colleges were completed. And now they have they have approved the funds. I have also received a letter from the government of Punjab that they've approved the funds, and now they are in the tender process for, to start the further construction work on those colleges. So after that, we are still in touch with the relevant people that they should complete that those buildings, start and commence the classes as soon as possible, and they have promised that they'll start it within next 4 to 5 months. So same is the case with some other success stories. We have highlighted some basic issues of some government schools in Rawalpindi, that there was a school where the students did not have the clean drinking water, and when we highlighted that campaign through social media, and we met with the district government, with the DCO and all the relevant officials. So they resolved that issue within I think not more than 2 weeks. It was resolved within 2 weeks, and we visited again to those schools, and that was completely resolved. So still we are following some other issues, because the budget of in Pakistan will be having a budget month in June, and we are trying to incorporate our highlighted issues in the upcoming budget for to resolve the education issues, the education service delivery issues. Same is the case with the health service delivery issues. We are also trying to focus on the health issues as well. So what I get to cut it short and to conclude, because I have I think 10 minutes. I think during last 3 months, 4 or 5 months, we did a lot of work, by doing some social activities, by doing some one-on-one meetings, by writing blogs on the relevant issues, by issuing the press releases, and was covered by almost all the media and all the government officials. We are on board for that. So we have that kind of project what we are doing in Rawalpindi, and we are looking forward to enhance such kind of work for the other issues in other districts as well. If you have any question, you can ask.
Thank you, Kasaur. It's fantastic to hear about all the progress you've been making. Really, really impressive.
Yeah,
I suppose the big question that I have, and we've been talking about this with the ambassadors too, and SSDO, is why do you think this is working? Do you think it's that the decision makers that you're working with are reform-minded and they want to fix these problems, or do you think that it's because the media campaign was so prolific and targeted that they couldn't ignore you anymore, or what is it that's making them change their minds and begin to deal with these problems in ways that they weren't previously?
Well, actually, I think is that normally the public offices in Pakistan, and same is the case with the elected representatives, they respond to people before getting the votes, but after that they don't respond to people. So now the basic thing is that there is a need to develop some strategy that how to deal with those relevant stakeholders, or how to convey our message to those relevant stakeholders, whether they are public officials, whether they are elected representatives. So what we did is that we took this campaign in the different steps. Like we started from the local residents. We generated voice from the local residents. Then we, shared it with the district government. We shared it with the relevant departments. And after that, we also took some provincial government elected, because, normally the government, the people who are affiliated with the government elected government party, they normally don't oppose or don't talk on such issues, because it basically affects their own party. So we took some relevant stakeholders who are local residents of that, local elected representatives of that constituency, and we requested them to highlight that issue in the relevant assembly as well. So some of the parliamentarians, they played a vital role to, highlight our issues in the Provincial Assembly of Punjab, and same is the case with the district governments. And there are some rules of Punjab Assembly in of the parliamentarians that they can file the adjournment motion if there is any serious kind of issue that one of the parliamentarian, he filed an adjournment motion that all the assembly proceedings should be suspended, and this is the very important issue that the Rawalpindi colleges, they are not completed, and it should be discussed, and the Secretary of Education should be called for and should respond in the next 2 days. So these all these things basically that they relate with the strategy, that how to deal with the relevant stakeholders, how to engage the relevant stakeholders, that we are not telling them that we are opposing you, or we are creating some violence and something like that. We are peaceful people, but we are making them realize that this is your issue, and we are basically here to facilitate you by highlighting these issues.
So it's about helping them understand that generating these changes is in their own political self-interest as well as in the interest of citizens in Rawalpindi. It's aligning those incentives in an intelligent way. It's really, really great to see. I'll open it up for questions now. I have a number of other ones, but maybe someone else on the line wants to ask something or have some clarifying queries. Anyone else want to ask Kasaur something?
Hi, this is Molly from San Francisco. Can you just give me a little bit of background on the ambassadors and who they are and how they were selected and their role specifically?
Actually, when this is basically a new idea of sustainable social development organization that will be developing a youth-led accountability organization. And if you can see the picture, we have people of young team who are everyone is student. So we advertised it on the social media, on the Facebook, on Twitter, that we are basically looking for some youth accountability ambassadors, and the interested candidates should send their CVs, brief CVs, our email. So after that, we shortlisted it. We conducted the interviews of almost 40 to 45 people, and finally we selected like 10 people for the core member team, and then we have some other who are working as a volunteer as well. So they are basically students, and they were identified in a proper way. We conducted their interviews, that what they want to do, why they want to join this cause, and how can they be helpful for all this. So they have selected through all the proper process of hiring and recruitment.
Thank you.
And Molly, I wish you could meet the ambassadors. It's always one of my favorite things to do, because they're so full of energy, and that their approach to this is so engaging and fun, and they're so dedicated to changing some of the challenges or fixing some of the problems in their communities. It's really fantastic to experience that. And Kasaur, now they are each also recruiting new friends to come into the network to grow it even further, aren't they? How many people are coming in now?
How many people are coming in? What? Pardon?
Yeah, on each of the ambassadors, recruiting 10 more people to come in and be part of the network.
Yeah. Then we assigned them. We have planned another activity that how can we expand this message to the other people. It should not be only limited to the 10 people, or only for the youth ambassadors only. Then we assigned another assignment to every youth ambassador. Every youth ambassador has to, identify 10 volunteers from his constituency who will be working as a volunteer to support his or her cause. So after that, we profiled and made the profile of all the volunteers, and then we conducted a brief orientation session of all those volunteers as well. There were around, I think, 50 people who participated in that session, and they were all volunteers. We have also we also conducted a very detailed session with the elected local government representatives of Rawalpindi. We had the participation of about 160 newly elected local government representatives of Rawalpindi who took part in that session, and we oriented them on that how they can use as an elected representative at local level, how they can use the social accountability tools like right to information, and how they can participate in the budget making process, and how they can identify different public issues, and how they can put it in the or bring it through a proposal to the relevant department for allocation of funds for their union council or village council. So we have already conducted a detailed session with 160 elected local government people. There were some public officials as well who took part in that. We have conducted a detailed orientation session of the volunteers, young volunteers who were from different universities, and basically they are it's a kind of sub team of these youth ambassadors. Then we conducted one of the session on the International Women Day, that and the title was Engaging Women for Social Accountability in Rawalpindi, and that was basically we had around 100 people participation in that activity, and the females from almost different parts of the districts, they took part in that, and even DC Rawalpindi was there. There were some elected representatives who were there, and they shared that how a female can play its role to be a change agent in Rawalpindi. So we have conducted such kind of community activities that were very successful, and it was also covered by almost all the media.
Fantastic, Kasaur. Thank you. We've got about 2 minutes left, so let's just open it up for any other questions, if anyone has any, and then we can round things up and conclude.
Hi, this is Anne Sophie from.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, this is Anne Sophie. I'm in Washington, D.C. I have a question for Kasaur, and thank you for all you've shared. I'd love to hear about some of the challenges that the accountability ambassadors have faced in Rawalpindi, and how you all are learning how to overcome those, or what your plans are to kind of learn and adapt from the challenges that you're facing.
Well, you are talking about the challenges at community level, or challenges, internal challenges as a team?
I think either one that you feel is most relevant, and that the public can learn from. But I think particularly probably at the community level, as they're out on the ground, what kind of roadblocks do they face, and how do they learn to overcome those?
Basically, what I think is that what we faced during, especially at the start of our work, when we started that work, and when our youth ambassadors, they used to visit the public offices, and when they go there, they ask, sir, what's the situation of your school, or if they want to visit any public facility like education facility or a health facility, people were quite resistant to allow them to share any kind of information. Then we introduced, because it's a culture in Pakistan, maybe in the other world as well, but in Pakistan it's a culture that the public offices, they do not encourage the citizens to take part in the affairs of the public offices. So and nowadays, whenever somebody goes to any of the public institution, or especially schools and hospitals, and when they ask that we want to seek information about your basic facilities, normally the principals, or you can say the teachers and the paramedical staff of the hospitals, they say that no, we cannot share anything with you due to security reasons. Maybe you are a terrorist, and you can do something like that. Then we tell them. Then we adopted one of the strategy that we made their business cards, and as well as their employee cards, that they are affiliated with SSDO, and they have proper employee.
Kasaur? You still there, or did we lose you? Okay, it sounds like maybe we lost him, but we are running out of time anyway. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you.
Please have a look at the blogging on accountability blog for more on this. We blogged about it recently and all of the amazing impact it's been having in Pakistan. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be in touch about the next Quarterly Impact call very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.